don't know about you. You. So I don't know about you, but I'm ready. Spring's here. We're ready to go. I've got this gorgeous, well, it will be gorgeous, hedge of yews. And what I'd like to do is get rid of the dead spots, as you can see, fill it in, make it nice. I made it nice. Maybe make it look like something like this, like a Studio Ghibli English garden, snazzy, I don't know. You know what I'm saying. So what I have right here are English yews. These are native to Northern Europe, as well as mostly the English and Scottish islands. So what I'm going to be doing is going through how to prune these to get a fuller, denser bush. Now, I've got a plan. And with these, if you want to take it from something that's been a little cheated and mistreated and waiting to be loved, Linda Ronstadt, you're going to want to prune it not once, but twice a year, right now and in June. And here's why. So as you can see, we're in springtime. Now, these little nodes on here, these are not nodes of new growth. In fact, they're new flowers. And what they do is they pop out pollen like, it's very cool. So it's a great time because what these little guys do is they'll eventually turn into fruit. Oh my God, it's puffing right now. You can see, look at that, crazy stuff. That's all pollen. So you want to trim these before the new growth starts, which as you can see, we are just right there. We're making it just in time. We're going to go hard. We're going to go hot and heavy on these. These things take a beating. They thrive on new and old growth. The more you hack at them, the thicker they become. As you can see from here, where we've been pruning them more. So, without further ado.
Sorry, quick change of scenery really quick. It's a little noisy out there. And I wanted to get these things across before we get into the hacking.
Hi, Poopy. Do you want to say hi to my friends? Come here. Oh, do you want to talk about yews together?
This is Claudette.
Oh, I just got lipstick on you.
She's like, I don't really want to do this. So the yew. Now, I'm sure there are people out there that have varying opinions on the yew. And that is because the yew is incredibly versatile, for better or for worse. When you're at those botanical gardens and you see those gorgeous hedges and those beautiful topiaries and those big round ball topiaries, you know, like those big naturals just staring at you, those are yews most of the time because they respond very well to trimming. They fill out really easily when you take care of them, and they're really easy to manipulate. But at the same time, because of the fact that they're so easy to maintain, they also can withstand neglect. However, when you neglect them, that's where we're starting to run into that old strip mall, gas station landscaping where they're half bald and not cute to look at. So anyway, I'm going to take you back outside and I'm going to go through the various different ways that you can prune your hedges. As I've previously mentioned, yews benefit from a spring cut and a summer cut. Now, for the methods that I'm about to show you, you can do both in the springtime, but I would only recommend doing the hard pruning early in the season before new growth sets in. All the energy is stored in the roots right now, so when you hack that down, it's immediately going to push and force new growth. And that's what we want to see as a healthy plant going forward. All right, so let's go.
Now, there's two ways we can go about this. The easy way or the maniacal way. So I'm first going to start off the easy way. I'm going to get this dead growth out of here, and we're going to make some room for fresh growth. So as I mentioned, yews grow on both new and old growth. Now, there's a giant hole here, and I would ideally like to have some new growth show up in here, but it's not going to happen if I have all this here. So this is where we have to get crazy. this is where we have to take some drastic measures. This bush is very much alive. So what I'm going to do is hack around the bits so that way I can get my pole saw in there and cut it to the base and get the big pieces off. So here we go. It's a lot of pollen. So I really cleared a nice hole for this. Now I've got a dead patch behind here that I'm going to want to get at. But the key is with a good prune is you can hack it down basically to the base. And then from there, if you leave enough existing growth, it helps speed it along. Almost like a rat tail, you know? You keep a little rat tail there, you cut it all off, you keep a rat tail, it still feels like you have long hair, you know? So we're going to give you a little rat tail so that way it helps encourages more growth. And we're literally just going to cut this down to the edges here. I think we're going to get maniacal. So this right here is a pole saw. Now you can be a real tool snob and get much better versions of these. I'm an at-home gardener, so these before the next car comes, this is a pole saw. This is just great for home use. Now, are there other ones? Sure, but this one works for me. So now I'm just gonna go right into chopping. Okay, so I cleared out the majority of the dead growth in here, and now we're down to a stump. This might not be what you want. For me, I'm on a busy road. If I want instant curb appeal, this just might be time for me to dig it up and replace it with a new one. And who knows? I just might. But for now, I've got a rat tail of new growth in here. And because of the fact that we got this right before it started setting off new growth, it's going to send a lot of its energy to the stump here. So right here we have some great growth. I've been hedging it for a few years now and it's been responding great. Now with this, what I want to do is just encourage more growth in these areas. Now as you can see, oh my God, I'm trying not to touch it because it's just exploding with pollen. It's because it's being exposed to sun. So what I want to do for these bald spots is maybe cap it off here a little bit to encourage some more light to come through. And rather than just give it, you know, a boot camp haircut, I'm going to selectively prune this so that way it gets light in spaces, but it still looks relatively filled out. Okay, so bald spot. So we're going to go in here. Oh, cloudy. Okay, so what I just made here were two cuts. And now what's going to happen is this spot right here, which has fresh growth coming in a bunch of places, is now going to get just a little bit more sunlight. This type of selective pruning that I just showed is great for your summer prune. As I mentioned before, youths benefit from two prunes, especially when you want to start shaping them down into a topiary and fill them out. After your little green shoots have greened up and it's filled out, that's when you can go through and selectively prune to get those bald spots. Now we're approaching the spring prune, and truth be told, you can go really aggressive with these. What I plan on doing is leveling them with a hedge trimmer. I'm going to whack it down, give it a really good haircut. Now, am I going to show it? No. Why? Because, well, my hedge trimmer's not charged. Stupid, stupid, stupid. But truthfully, it's exactly what you think. And honestly, yews can take a beating. So really just trust your gut on this. Hack away at them. If you have a hedge trimmer, you really can't do that much damage to them, especially if they haven't set out new growth. Okay, not to break the fourth wall, but this street is so busy and I'm about to lose my mind the amount of times I have had to stop because of cars. So we're going to talk about the rest of this inside.
Whew. All right, now we're back in. It's quiet. Let's get into it. The purpose of this video was to go into pruning, really hacking down something, destroying it to make it better. I love spreading the gospel of pruning. Pruning does encourage growth. It's very difficult to kill something, especially a yew, with pruning. You can also, again, make plants healthier by pruning them. When you cut the dead off, you make room for new growth. Always remember that. And that's something that you can carry on with you in life too. I mean, if something doesn't serve you, get rid. So did you enjoy this video? I hope you enjoyed it. I'm sorry, all these you puns are so stupid. I can't help it. I hope this video was helpful for you. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments. I am going to try to get some footage of me shaping and cutting these down so that way you guys have an idea. So thanks for tuning in. I have a special announcement and it's relating to the next few videos. Now, I'm going to be out of town. I'm going to be going to Scotland and I'm so excited about that. I'm going to make sure to document as much of my trip as possible. In the meantime, you are not missing out on any videos. I am going to have someone sub in for me, and that is my associate, Terry. And Terry is a real character, but Terry has a lot of great knowledge when it comes to tools. They've got a great spirit about them. They've got a lot to say. The next 2 episodes are going to be tool time with Terry, and I think you'll enjoy them. So does this video still have you stumped as to... Stumped. I need to stop. Are you still a little in the dark as far as how to trim and prune your evergreens, specifically yews? Let me know in the comments. I love it when people reach out to me and ask me questions or just let me know what they think of these videos. Because the whole purpose of this video is to educate and entertain and just spread the joy of gardening and outdoor living. So if you like this video, like and subscribe because again, I put out new videos every week. So thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Muffy Reyes and remember, the love is worth the labor. Bye.